Mental health has been in the spotlight ever since the COVID-19 outbreak began. Millions have been in isolation due to the restrictions imposed. Those with mental health concerns often see their condition worsening. Access to medical care and counseling has been limited due to the lockdown measures. And in some countries, those who have been facing these issues have been locked up and chained. In Indonesia, those with mental illnesses are fighting an uphill battle. Our next report tells you more.
These sights are difficult to watch. Locked up in a tiny, squalid hut, this man is battling a mental illness. His family, unable to get him the counseling or the medication he needs, has locked him up and chained him. Why? Because of a risk of contracting coronavirus. Indonesia, like many other countries, has an ugly history of chaining mentally ill patients with padlocks and chains. Foreign tourists often would be shocked to find people chained to a tree in Bali. Families which are unable to provide care for those battling a mental illness or trauma often lock up the patients and isolate them from the public eye. The case of 40-year-old Rof is one such example. With Indonesia recording more than 311,000 coronavirus cases, Rof's family fears he may get infected.
The people living in the area would be anxious if he is not shackled. They would be scared.
The COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdowns have compounded the woes of those with mental health issues. And in Indonesia, acute isolation and the lack of access to better care has put the mentally ill back in shackles. Indonesia's health ministry has registered nearly 300,000 people as experiencing mental health issues, and it recorded more than 6,000 cases where these patients were shackled.
There is no psychiatrist to help them, and also distance is a problem. Then they have no choice but to put them back into being shackled. There is a guy, his name is Sodikin, whom we used to interview, who was released from shackling, but right now he is back being shackled because the government program has stopped because of the pandemic.
The stigma associated with mental illnesses stops people from seeking help. And in Indonesia, locking up those with mental health issues is now an open secret in many communities, say researchers at Human Rights Watch. While the coronavirus pandemic has killed more than 1 million globally, mental illness is another silent killer, now more pervasive than ever. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.